Hello and welcome to my Friday. I'm doing a slightly different video today. I've been thinking for a while that I'd like to make two videos many months apart. One of them, which I am now filming today, is going to be my expectation for what my life is going to be like as an empty nester once my daughter's gone to uni. This is my expectation. And then at some point in the future, I'm going to make a follow-up video to see how expectation compared to reality. Also, I just haven't got time to film a vlog today and edit it in time to get out tomorrow morning early for rehearsal, so that's why I'm doing it now as well. There's logistical reasons. If you're new to my channel, I normally do daily vlogs that are a lot more visually varied than this one, but there we are. I'm going to make a little start. Right, some of these things are very basic. And also, if you're a parent whose children have left home and you think, oh, she's way off, feel free to let me know in the comments what your experience was as well. Right, number one, less laundry. That's an obvious one really, isn't it? I mean, really, I've got off very lucky with just only two of us in the household, laundry-wise. I know people that have massive families that are literally doing multiple loads of laundry per day. That is not me, but whew. See, my daughter was living with my dad in the week a lot over the last 3 years because she was commuting to college quite a long way, and it was much quicker for her to commute if she went from where my dad is based. And I noticed the drop in laundry so much, woof. But when she came back, she likes a completely new outfit every day. I will wear the same trousers for a week, the same jumper for a week, just change the little bits, you know, that don't take up so much room in the washing machine. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a lot less laundry. That was number one. Number two, I think I'm going to have a lot less food waste. When I'm on my own, I barely waste any food at all. I eat all my leftovers usually. But our fridge, I had to have a big reorganisation of the fridge because it just got so full of wasted food, half-eaten leftovers, things that had been bought and just not in. So let's see how that goes. Let's see if that comes true or not, or if I'm a naughty, disorganised Dimo and let it mound up. We will see. I dream of having a clear tabletop that I can use. Will this come true? Or will I clutter it up as much as it is currently cluttered up? I don't know. I would like to be able to do puzzles in the evenings. At the moment, you can't really access much of the table. It's full of my daughter's stuff and some of my stuff as well. I mean, monkey see, monkey do. I am a terrible clutterer. I have to accept responsibility for setting a bad example. So hopefully I'm going to have a clear clutter-free table that I can just decide to do things at without having to completely declutter it first. Number four, free use of the front room without the telly being on, you know, and Izzy watching it and having to creep around so as not to disturb her. Yeah, that would be good. These are all pluses so far. This isn't sounding very good, is it? Less housework to do. I am expecting to be able to have a bath without having to clean it and declutter it first, where it's been left with all shampoo bottles all over the side. Makeup. She wears a lot of makeup and it ends up stuck to the side of the bath. I presume that's what all the black is, all the black marks are. But anyway, so I'm expecting bath time to run more smoothly and take less time. Next, I think I'm going to have a more varied and interesting and plentiful social life. I've got into very much in the habit of being the single mum, the stay-at-home parent, only really getting babysitters if I've needed to work out of the house. So for many, many years, I've just got out of the habit of going out just to go out, just to have fun and mix and socialise. Luckily, my work is very social, so I do have a social life anyway, even if that's all I do. But yeah, I'm expecting that I just won't feel a sense of guilt just begging off out of the house, and also staying away overnight more with my boyfriend, maybe staying at my dad's place, just bits and bobs like that. Not feeling that I need to come back and be parenty. This is something that really hasn't happened a lot for 18 years. So it's starting to happen now though. I've had a few nights out recently and it's been very, very, very healing. Next, I think it's going to be easier to vlog when I'm on my own, frankly, because when you're with people that don't want to be in the vlog, I'm constantly dodging around, trying not to be a pain in the backside with the camera, trying not to be invasive, you know, and if she's watching telly, I'll sneak upstairs and vlog up in my room because I just don't want to be a pain. You might not want to live with the vlogger. She's probably going to go off to uni thinking, oh, thank goodness for that. I haven't got that blinking vlogger in my household. So that, I think, is just going to be easier. Right, here's something. I'm going to be able to eat the choice cupboard items like instant noodles and maybe some nice ready meals, because those are the first thing that she pilfers them one by one. They're gone very quickly, so they're just never available to me unless I hide them and don't tell her I've got a stash of instant noodles in the cellar. They're mummies, they're hidden behind something healthy, so she won't look. So yeah, I think I can buy stuff like that, and just whenever I want to eat it. And speaking of food, right, this is a bit of a stupid juxtaposition actually, because I've just said I can eat more junk food basically. Well, the next thing I wrote on my little list was I will eat better. I probably will though. Okay, on one hand I might eat more rubbish because it doesn't get swiped out of the cupboard. On the other hand, I do like, when I'm just cooking for one, you've seen what I do, I like to saute a lot of veg, make sure I've got a good vegetarian or pescatarian protein, and I tend to go a bit easier on the carbs when I'm just cooking for me. But when my daughter's here, you know, I'll do oven chips, I'll do mashed potato, I'll do homemade chips in the air fryer, or pasta or rice, and it's a lot carbier, and she favours more processedy food, like she prefers breaded chicken and oven chips and things. So I think I will eat less of that. So let's see if that prediction comes true, and I'm hoping that I will feel happier and healthier in my own body eating less processed food. Apart from instant noodles, it might go the other way. I might just binge out on instant noodles every day, unrestrained, you know. When you're setting a good example, it makes you behave better, I think, or when you're trying to set a good example. It's a financial one now. I could be wrong here. I'll tell you why I think I could be wrong immediately after telling you what I think. I think my utility bills are going to be significantly lower. Well, maybe not. I think my utility bills will be lower because I'm running the washing machine a lot more than I would be if I was on my own. I'm running the dishwasher a lot more. Izzy uses the gas oven. She likes to cook with the gas oven. She's using the air fryers, both of them, a lot, because she likes to cook her own meals a lot of the time. Even if I'm making lunch, I'll say, do you want some of my lunch? I'm doing a stir fry or whatever. She'll say, nah, it's all right. No, thanks, Mum, I'll cook my own. So we've got 2 lots of cooking going on, which is doubling the sort of the cooking cost. So I think the utility bills will go down. Our water is not metered, so that won't change. But I think gas and electric will. Now, the reason I think I could be wrong about my costs going down is I sort of mentioned to a friend of mine whose children one of them's in uni and the other one is now working. They're not children anymore, they're grown up. He's a few years ahead of me in the old parenting game, and I said, I think life might get a bit cheaper, once she gets financially independent. And he said, there'll be phone calls. Mum, I need to buy 7 textbooks by the end of next week. And I'm like, oh, really? Is that going to happen? Don't they have libraries? So we'll see about that, won't we? Here's one. Oh, another one of the costs, baths. So there'll be half as many people having baths. I have shallow baths, as he has very, very deep baths, and it's gas heated water. So yeah, another way that the gas bill will go lower. Now this one, being able to use the loo when I get the urge. I need to run to the bathroom. Like if I got a bad belly or just suddenly come on busting for a wee, I can just use it. I don't have that torture of being outside the loo going, you're going to be much longer in there. And she's like, no, it won't be much longer. I'm thinking, you're scrolling on Instagram. Hurry up. So I'm quite looking forward to just being able to go when I need to go. I think we're both going to get used to this totally autonomous, free existence. She is as well. And I think when she comes home, we might revert to our roles of parent and child again, and I think that might cause some friction. It's going to be hard for me not to say, oh, come on, pick your shoes up. Come on now, take your bowl to the kitchen. I think it's going to come out of my mouth. It's still my home at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? It's difficult. So I think there might be some friction in December. I think it might be harder for her to come home and readjust. I don't want to be bossy, I just want her to pick them up and me not have to ask her, because it always causes friction. If you know, you know. It's just very hard. You want to, I really just want us to be, I've said this to Izzy, I want us to have a dynamic of 2 adult friends together. I know we're mother and daughter. I don't want to be nagging her to do things. I want her to just do them, so that we can just get on and cohabit and coexist and just be happy on a much more equal footing. That's what I want. But on the other hand, she might get used to doing all the things for herself, all the washing up and, you know, putting things in the dishwasher or whatever. I don't think she's got a dishwasher, but do you know what I mean? I think she might be used to it and be in the habit of it, but I think just coming back into this context, I think she might revert. As I will have done. My parents are probably watching this going, oh yeah, your room was a state. Yes, it was. You didn't take your bowl to the kitchen. No, I probably didn't. And, you know, leaving snotty tissues everywhere, that was something I used to do, didn't I, Mum? I know, so naughty. We will do it, we will do it. So this is just where we're at in life, really. Right, my eyes are down because I'm looking at my list that I've been doing. I've been compiling this over several weeks. Just every time I've thought something else, I've just added it in. Now, speaking of our relationship dynamic, I actually think, this could be totally opposite of what actually happens, but I think she will phone me more and want to have long, in-depth conversations on a more regular basis about telling me about her new life and that sort of thing, and maybe asking for advice when she needs it, which I relish, and I think that will be really, really good. Another plus, hopefully my Wi-Fi is not going to be so overloaded all the time, just, you know, single person in the house, so not the old Daisy going around all the time on the internet. I think I will travel more, but not yet. I think it's going to be about the same for the first while, just as I establish a new way of life and a new pattern. I will make some big changes via decluttering. Oh my gosh. People are saying, will I vlog the decluttering? Yes, I will. I'll tell you what, I can't ever see me getting to the end of it. I've accumulated so much stuff since Izzy was born. I mean, I've had quite a few major declutters. My last major declutter was about 4 years ago when I moved into this house. Oh, but there's more. Being a home educator, I really hoarded a lot of educational materials, or potentially educational materials, in case we wanted them. So like I've been given books and I've just accepted everything, you know, given stuff that's going surplus, I've accepted it. There's just so much, there is so much stuff to go through and get rid of in different ways. And I think it will make me feel lighter and freer and more empowered and calmer. More grounded and settled, I think. Let's see how that pans out. Speaking of the differences, I think when Izzy comes back from Christmas and sees the house looking different, if it is that different, I think she'll find it unsettling actually and a bit destabilising, because she doesn't like change, and especially she doesn't like change that she didn't choose or she didn't expect. She didn't even like it when I put the Christmas tree on a table last year. It ruined her world until she took matters into her own hand and hid the table in her bedroom and put the Christmas tree back on the floor where it had always been for as long as she could remember. I think if I make too much drastic change, she's going to come back and feel like it's not her home anymore and will feel unsettled. Could be wrong. She might prefer it. Speaking though of keeping her settled and making her feel like it's her home, I'm not intending to repurpose her bedroom. I want to keep her bedroom as her sanctuary, her sanctity, her haven, whatever you want to call it, so that it's the same. I do not think that she will come back mid-term at all. No weekends. I don't think she'll come back at half term. I think she's going to stay for the duration and only come back Christmas, Easter and summer. I think if she does come home, it would be health related, because she needs looking after because of her ongoing severe chronic eczema. This is the only thing I'm thinking, is she going to be able to manage it? Because there's a lot to manage. That's the only reason, I think. Right, another prediction. Well, it isn't so much a prediction as a desire. I am trying to slow the pace down of my life. I've got so accustomed to just moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, trying to get everything done as a single parent. I mean, as a single parent, you're trying to fill the roles of mother and father, and you kind of think back to your childhood of the things that your dad did and the things that your mum did, and you see these as parental roles, and you try to do it all. You want to take them out on interesting weekend walks and put them in, you know, nourishing, enriching situations and environments, and you want to take them to classes that suit their passions and their interests, and you still want to have a tidy house and a hot meal on the table just as they're coming in through the door. You can't do it all. That was two people doing all those things. When you're a single parent, you try to do it yourself and you feel bad if you don't succeed. It's just the way it is. So anyway, I've just got into this crazy habit of trying to do that and, you know, put food on the table financially as well. It's just there. But I'm trying to tell myself, slow down. You'll get more out of life if you take it more slowly. So I'm really trying. But I think busy people are busy people. If you're a busy natured person, you're just gonna find things to do and always feel like you're behind all the time. But I'm really trying not to feel like I'm behind all the time, because it's bad for you psychologically. It makes you stressed. Right, we're coming towards the end. 3 more things on the list now. Oh, blimey, and I've rambled on. Oh, I am thinking that I will have more time alone and more time to think. And as a result of this, I might make life changes. I don't know what they are yet, because I haven't had lots of time on my own and time to think. I will focus more on my career, both music and YouTube. I'm not quite sure how that pans in with taking life at a slower pace, but it is an aspiration of mine. I really want to, you know, get the best out of those things and live the most enriched and diverse and interesting and fulfilling life doing those 2 things career-wise. Feelings-wise, am I going to miss Isabel? Yeah, of course I'll miss her. Yeah, so was my baby. Parenting was a big deal to me. Like, it was an innate need to share this world that we live in with another human. And I know there's lots of bad stuff about humanity and the planet and the world that we live in, and I'm sure that will always be a thing, but there's so much beauty out there as well, and it's just been such a privilege and a pleasure and so rewarding to be able to facilitate a human being becoming acquainted with those things, and especially observing her, what she naturally gravitates towards, and being able to sort of nudge her in the direction that I know she will find enriching, you know, the various directions. So of course I will miss that very much indeed. But I'm so excited for her. I'm pleased and I'm proud that she's worked so hard to get onto the path that she chose. So those are very positive emotions. And I'm just, you know, I'm projecting. I want to be the one going to uni, frankly. It just sounds like the most exciting new start and new adventure. And I know it's not really me doing it. Sometimes I feel like it is, because I feel so emotionally involved with the process. But those are very, very positive emotions. So I don't think I will be like moping around or miserable. And also don't forget, she spent a lot of the last 3 years during the week living with my dad anyway. So I already got quite used to her not being around. So I think it'll be all right. Will she miss me? I don't think she'll miss me at all, honestly. But I don't mind it. I'm not offended in the slightest. I just feel, again, I feel pleased and proud that she's an independent, autonomous individual that's not emotionally dependent on me. So no, I'm fine with that. I mean, she might miss me a bit, don't know. But I do think she'll ring more. Hopefully. I hope so. And I think that's about it, really, for this one. Those are my predictions. Thank you very much for listening to my long ramble. I shall be back with a normal vlog again on Sunday. Oh, I'm going to do a Q&A. If you're still watching at the end of this epic long video, several people have been recently asking, could I do another Q&A? Well, it would be, yes, I would like to do another Q&A. That would fit in very well right now with the sort of tumultuous turmoil of my editing schedule. So if you have any questions, do feel free to put them down in the comments below. If you like do a capital Q or something first, I'll know it specifically for the Q&A. Otherwise I might accidentally just forget and answer it in the comments. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for bearing with me with this very long rambly ramble. Do give the video a like if you happen to like it. Subscribe down below to watch more videos from me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.